A new drinking game has swept across the college nation and has created a ritualistic, ceremonial atmosphere with clear gift-giving elements. A rather simple game involving 4 friends, 4 cups, 2 dice, and 1 wooden table. At first, what might seem as a barbaric game played amidst drunk students has a level of complexity and possesses oddly religious components to ensure engagement between the 2 teams and partners. Overall, the game's primary features are drinking and scoring. Both are done in 2 different uniform ways. People can play the game anywhere, if the sacred space known as the die table is available. Often performed with the same rules and rituals when the game is in the air, followers and participants all around treat the habits and customs accordingly, and when one is out of line, they are quickly adjusted. One of the most notable and considerable general emphasis on beer die is the table itself and the setting around, an area of sorts. Typically, the table is composed entirely of wooden materials, but the most critical aspect has to be the rectangular board to line the top, accompanied by a line directly down the center. Tables, for people that indulge in the pastime, pride themselves on having a presentable table for all to preview and marvel, because others compare their tables to one another. Folks spend copious amounts of time and dedication to make their table better than others. Proud of their artwork, players show off their work by offering to play a game so one can admire the true beauty of their sacred space. As a result, the table itself becomes a sacred space for players. Sometimes fans and players will not play unless they are throwing on their particular table. The point system and the table are vital parts of understanding the game, because people who are passionate about die play strictly and follow the game accordingly. Like any religion, people get offended when an outsider performs the act in the wrong way. The same applies to beer die. For instance, when somebody catches the dice off the table with 2 hands, the opposing team will comment and give themselves a point. If an opposing player does not toss the die high enough, it's the other team's job to mention that the toss is disallowed. Players must toss the die over the line while also reaching a certain height. 5 feet above the head is standard when throwing. The other players must indicate when the dice is about to enter the air. There are many conditions that players must follow to receive a point or prevent one. Not following the game may not continue. While there is a strict point system, the drinking aspect is exceptionally relaxed. In comparison, one cannot throw when one is taking a sip, and while your partner is taking a sip, it is encouraged you join them. You can also get the other team to drink with the words 5 and 7, which are mentioned as biz and buzz. If the other components utters those words, they are also encouraged to drink. But it's good fun, and the exchanges are all in good mannerism. The interaction between the teams and the people observing becomes an exchange of banter and overall pure enjoyment. It's a ceremony and ritual followed by college students across the country, filled with interactions between the 4 players playing and their environment surrounding the wooden plank table. Beer die has evolved from a dumb drinking game between friends into a cultural phenomenon that all participants follow strictly, as though the occasion is ritualistic. Time will stop when the words "die up" are uttered in the game.